Good day. Here are the stories for the Manila Times for Saturday, January 2, 2021.
Around 50 countries have started vaccinating their people against COVID-19, barely a year after the first alert by China signaled the start of the pandemic. China, where the novel coronavirus first emerged, was also the first to start vaccinations over the summer, without waiting for a vaccine to be formally authorized, but targeting the most vulnerable. To date, nearly 5 million Chinese have been vaccinated. Beijing on Thursday granted conditional market approval to a Sinopharm vaccine with a reported 79% efficacy rate against COVID-19. Russia followed on December 5, rolling out vaccinations for those considered high risk with its contentious Sputnik V vaccine, which has since been approved in Belarus and Argentina, which launched their vaccination campaigns on Tuesday. Algeria is set to follow them in January. Britain led the way in the Western world, authorizing the vaccine made by US-German pharma alliance Pfizer-BioNTech. Its vaccination campaign started on December 8, and by December 27, close to 950,000 people had received their jabs, according to official figures published on Thursday or Friday in Manila. Britain was also the first on Wednesday to approve the COVID-19 vaccine developed by AstraZeneca and Oxford University. It will be administered for the first time on January 4. Canada and the United States started their vaccination drives on December 14, Switzerland on the 23rd, Serbia the 24th, the vast majority of the European Union on December 27, Norway on Sunday, and Iceland on Tuesday. All of them are using the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. President Rodrigo Duterte believes that Filipinos will see brighter days this year amid the crisis brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic because of the indomitable spirit of the Filipino. Malacanang on Thursday said the country would welcome New Year with a renewed hope with the anticipated arrival of vaccines for the coronavirus. Social media has displaced television as the top source of news in the country, a recent survey revealed. The Pahayag survey conducted by Publicus Asia Incorporated showed that 70% of Filipinos rely heavily on social media news, while 58% were high-rate consumers of television news. Filipinos who listen to the news on radio or read newspapers comprised 31% and 20% respectively. 59% of the respondents said they read the news on social media every day. 47% said they watch the news on television every day. 22% said they listen to the news on the radio every day, while 13% said they read newspapers every day. Pope Francis was unable to celebrate New Year's Masses at St. Peter's Basilica because he is suffering from sciatica, the Vatican said. The chronic nerve condition that causes hip pain for the 84-year-old meant that celebrations this evening and tomorrow morning will not be led by the Holy Father, Vatican spokesman Matteo Bruni said in a statement. Giovanni Battista Re, the Dean of the College of Cardinals, celebrated the Vespers, while Vatican Secretary of State Pietro Parolin, the Pope's right-hand man, presided over the New Year's Day Mass, Bruni said. President Rodrigo Duterte has approved the recommendation of the Department of Health and the Department of Foreign Affairs to ban the entry of travelers from the United States, Palace spokesman Harry Roque Jr. said on Friday. The ban was proposed after the U.S. reported its first case of the new COVID-19 variant that was discovered in the United Kingdom. Roque said passengers from the U.S. will not be allowed to enter the country from January 3 to 15. The Department of Health welcomed the issuance of an emergency use listing by the World Health Organization to the COVID-19 vaccine of American pharmaceutical giant Pfizer Incorporated, saying it would hasten the vaccine's approval in the country. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III said the WHO approval would shorten the process to be undertaken by the Food and Drug Administration. FDA Director General Rolando Enrique Domingo said the agency might issue an emergency use authorization for the vaccine at the soonest possible time. Duque said the Pfizer vaccine might be rolled out in March. WHO said the Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine was the first to receive its emergency validation since the COVID-19 pandemic broke out in China a year ago. The Armed Forces of the Philippines has ordered a thorough investigation of the mysterious inoculation of members of the Presidential Security Guard with a COVID-19 vaccine. Major General Edgar Arevalo, AFP spokesman, said Armed Forces Chief General Gilbert Gapay issued the directive to get into the bottom of the incident. He said Gapay was unaware of the vaccination of the president's close-in security detail with Sinopharm's COVID-19 vaccine. In business, the efficient distribution of COVID-19 vaccines, education, and pro-investment policies are the most important things the government should focus on this coming year, according to Makati Business Club Executive Director Coco Alcuaz. He said the government should work hard on making the logistics as efficient as possible, so that once the vaccines arrive, they can be transported, refrigerated, and administered as effectively as possible. Over to sports. John Wall had 22 points and 9 assists in his first game since 2018. James Harden had a big finish to score 33 points, and the Houston Rockets beat the Sacramento Kings 122-119 on Thursday night or Friday in Manila. Later in the fourth quarter, Wall found James Harden in transition for a deep three-pointer that gave Houston a 1-point lead. The two celebrated with a high five at midcourt. Yan Macabenta and Ramon Tulfo are today's front-page columnists of the Times. Macabenta discusses the issues of wearing a face shield along with a face mask, while Tulfo discusses the role of the Presidential Anti-Corruption Commission in investigating certain congressmen. Today's editorial discusses the controversial vaccination of members of the Presidential Security Group. Read the full version on the paper's opinion section or listen to the voice of the Times. For more news and information, get a copy of the Manila Times on print, subscribe to its digital edition, or log on to www.manilatimes.net. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, and keep up with the Times. With the Fort Pilasaran, this is Arik John Sequor reporting. May you have a safe weekend ahead.